This is going to be good.
Wisconsin, a state filled to the brim with farms and farmland. Farmers fertilizing their livelihood. Here you can watch crops grow from a tiny seed to a thriving cornfield. Cows grazing in fresh pastures. But farming is more than I'd like to believe. Today, we're going to focus on a different kind of farming. The farming of trees with Roy Christenson.
Well, I always been interested in growing things. I figured when I retired I wasn't going to sit around in the rocking chair or anything. So I thought about something, and I thought about having an orchard. Having all apples, and I'm sure glad I didn't do that because lots of work and lots of problems. Too much work. So I went to the tree business, and I'm finding out now that the Christmas trees, I don't care for that either. I hate to see anyone cut down a tree. I'd rather see them have an artificial tree actually than have a real live Christmas tree, because it's cut down, it won't regrow. I just love to grow things.
With the tree business, it probably takes 5 or so more years before they grow up. And most people want like 8 or 9 foot trees. And the best part of my job is when they give us our money and I go in the bank and deposit it or get the cash for it. So that's my job, take care of the money. That's the best part.
Well, we have both broadleaf and conifers. In the conifers, we have white spruce, blue spruce, balsam fir, Fraser fir, and concolor fir, and Norway spruce. We have the Norway maple, and we have the soft maple, and we have the autumn blaze maple, and the October glory maple, and we may have some flame. And then we have birch, and we have green ash, and we have mountain ash. Mountain ash is no relation to a green ash. We have abundance of them because there's a borer that's coming around that's ruining them, that's killing them. But if they just would appropriate a little money for them, they could save the whole works. They don't think about that, I guess, but they can put a man to the moon.
Every Christmas, we have a lot of customers, and my job is to answer the door when people come, but they always want to talk to him, so then they come and give me the money. Sometimes I've got so much money laying on the floor, I have to take my broom and sweep it all together.
About 95% of the people that buy trees is to shut off your neighbor or some site that they don't like. You go to town and they don't want to see their neighbor. They don't want to see his garbage can or something like that, so they'll set in some trees.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. My grandson Eric's girlfriend is out at Sitcon. I want to go on an Alaskan cruise this summer, but he's busy with these blame trees all the time. And so we're wondering if it's ever going to happen. I'd like to go in July, end of July. But yeah, he's up early in the morning, and at night he comes in when it's getting dark because he's been working all day. But he's 82 years old and he's still going like he's 25.
Well, sometimes you go to plan A and sometimes you have a plan B. If you wake up in the morning and you plan on spraying and it's windy, you have to go to something else. I'd like to get up about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning and work till about 10. And then kind of lay around till about supper, which we eat at 4 o'clock. And then go out again. It's cooler. If you have a cloudy day, you can work right straight through. One thing you got to be sure you put on a good block of sunblock, you know, so that you don't sunburn. For a guy like me, I'm Scandinavian, so it's I sunburn quite easily. Sometimes I'm looking for the postal digger and I can't find it, and pretty soon I find out that Tim is borrowed and he has brought it back. Well, we were sort of in the blind about this. We noticed that they were, you know, doing some looking around on the neighbor's place, and no one approached us at all. Pretty soon, people come around wanted to buy our property. We said, wait a minute, our place is not for sale. And they asked who owns that 40 over there? I said, well, the kids own it now. And Dee, my wife, said that that probably could be bought. Tim was a little bit smarter than the average guy on that. He figured there was something going on behind their back. So we just hung tight, and pretty soon it being that they wouldn't sell or we wouldn't sell, our neighbor called and said there was a company coming in here to mine sand.
We didn't know it was going to happen until our neighbor came and told us, and then all of a sudden, then the big shots came and talked about the sand mine.
For us, we probably got most of the sand, but we got 3 children, and we kind of put them in on ours.
It's fun in the morning to see if the trucks are going out with sand or if they're holding up or whatever they're doing.
Last year was the best year we ever had as far as tree sales. The year before was the next to the best. This year we were down a little bit, but we have the fall coming up. See, people seem like that the economy isn't as good this year as it has been the last 2 years, and so we'll see what happens. When we move trees, we have to go to the place where we're going to plant them to get a plug, and then we take that plug, because I have it always have an empty one here. So we put that plug in here, and then we take a tree out and fill up that plug. We just reverse change soil. See, I would say Tim's biggest job right here is filling those smooth out those holes that they don't get pushed away. I like them, you know.
Well, that was all rather interesting, wasn't it? But it won't be so interesting when zombies attack. Here ends a day on the farm. And like the tree farm, we'll leave with a story from Roy to grow in your mind forever. This has been Morgan Freeman.
There were 8 of us kids, and there was 6 boys and then 2 girls in this. When the boys were, my brothers were, quite young, we'd go down to the local country store, only store they had there, and they had a Norwegian couple in there that ran it. And we'd liked our brogue, So we'd come in there, and one of us would say, "What kind of ice cream you got today?" And she would say, "Chocolate, cherry, and vanilla." And we'd say, "Let's see, what should we get?" What do you say? What kind did you say you had? Chocolate, cherry, and vanilla. We'd get about 3 of them out of her, and then we'd finally buy one.